What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitico Response. We cover political news, and I'm a little bit late to the party with this one because I generally try to focus on American politics, and I saw this and kind of blew past it, but it's a slow news day, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit and cover this. Check this out, y'all. UK police threaten to extradite US citizens who violate Orwellian online speech laws. Now, this is kind of a biased news article. I will admit that right off the top. So if you hear anything that sounds biased, it probably is. So let's just leave it at that. Of course, every single article I cover just about is biased in some manner, but usually they're left-leaning biases, and I offset those biases. So I might not offset the bias on this one, so just be warned. British police are threatening to charge and extradite citizens of other countries, including the United States, who feel have violated their online speech laws, even if the individual lives in a country that restricts freedom of speech. This is outright insane. How can they do this? Yes, this was a direct message to the United States, by the way. Sure, they also directed it at other countries, but they directed this to the United States, forgetting that, look, we have freedom of speech. We have the right to lie if we want to. We have these things called constitutional rights that we can say and do and express ourselves any way the hell we want to. And good luck to these people trying to extradite somebody for speaking their freaking mind, right? These Orwellian laws in Europe, in the UK and all this, you can go to jail for decrying illegal immigration, for crying out loud. If you say anything that falls outside of the official corporate press narrative, then hey, that's misinformation, and you can get arrested for misinformation. You know, the community notes, like on X, aren't good enough for these people, I guess. I don't get that. Like, how can you expect people to be free, right? How does the UK think that they have freedom when they can't speak their freaking mind online or out in public, for crying out loud? Yeah, sure, they can go protest, but don't say anything that's considered misinformation. And who gets to determine what is misinformation? The government does. We will throw the full force of the law at offenders, announced Metropolitan Police Chief Sir Mark Rowley in a TV interview on Friday. Whether you are in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes further afield online, we will come after you, continued Rowley. When asked if that included high-profile figures like Elon Musk, the Met Police Chief answered in the affirmative, vowing to target keyboard warriors. Right? Good luck going after Elon Musk. Good luck to you guys over there in the UK at coming after anybody in the United States, including me, including anybody else in the United States. We have this thing called freedom of speech that if we want to get up and lie through our freaking teeth online, we do it. And by the way, speaking of lying through our freaking teeth online, how come, and this is directed directly at that police chief, Raleigh, as a matter of fact, how come you're not going after the corporate press for constantly lying about everything all the time and skewing and twisting these stories into some sort of weird fabrication that they made up? How come you're not going after these people? How come you're trying to come after United States citizens? Right? Do you want some sort of 1776 or 1812 repeat, my friend? Yeah, that's not a very good idea to come after us. People, we're just trying to live our lives. We're just trying to speak our opinions. And you want to come after us? Good luck with that. You know, those people over there in the UK that are protesting, they have every right to protest. Now, I will say outright that anybody involved inciting riots, anything like that, we don't need that, folks. We don't need violence. We don't need any political violence. But if these people want to get out there and speak their mind about illegal immigration, because it's just as bad, if not worse, in the UK, which is insane, and I think the government needs to be held to account. I think they need to stop doing that because it destroys countries. Look what it's doing over there. Crime is rampant all over the place, especially in a place like the UK, where It's compact. You got people living on top of each other over there, right? You can't have multiculturalism if people don't have room to have to live with people that they want to live by. It's insane what they're doing over there. You can't do that. At least in the United States, these people tend to end up in the bigger cities, the Democrat cities, the sanctuary cities. And by all means, if y'all want to do that, go right ahead. However, I really don't want to subsidize these large cities, because a lot of them we do have to subsidize because their budget's overrun just like the federal government does. But the federal government, in its infinite wisdom, decides, hey, well, they're spending more money than what they have. Let's give them some money. Let's give them some tax dollars. No, screw that. If they can't afford to sustain themselves, then let them sink, for crying out loud. They'll figure out how to balance their budget once they run out of money and can't purchase anything anymore. They'll figure it out. Honestly, is that a bad idea? Let them run out of a budget and not let them buy anything anymore. I don't think the federal government should subsidize the lifestyles of the rich and famous, for crying out loud. The Orwellian announcement by the Met Police was made shortly after Jordan Parler was sentenced to 20 months imprisonment for a Facebook post. 20 months for a Facebook post. That's insane. Police in the UK have been authorized by the government to begin mass arresting citizens who post content on social media that has been debunked by Facebook fact checkers. Sky News reports that a British woman has been arrested by Cheshire police for posting content deemed false by fact checkers. The 55-year-old woman was arrested near the north town of Chester on suspicion of publishing written material to stir up racial hatred and false communications. Who gives them the right to decide what is misinformation or what has been debunked? How do you know that the fact checkers got it right? How do you know they're not lying, huh? Fact checkers from Facebook. As a matter of fact, aren't those people based in the United States? So how the hell are they going to know what's going on the ground? This lady might have seen some stuff on the ground and have said that they don't put the post out there to let us see what she said. So we can't know what she said. So we can't fact check to make sure that anything was correct, because we don't know what she said. And I searched for about 30 minutes trying to find this lady's post. You can't find it. So we can't know what she said. So there's no way we can fact check it, because we know that Facebook lies. As a matter of fact, Facebook lies a lot. Facebook, during COVID, was banning people for speaking their minds. Banning people outright. Deleting posts at the behest of the federal government. Yes, as a matter of fact, the federal government, Joe Biden's administration, was contacting Facebook, Twitter, all the social media, Instagram, all of them, and asking to delete posts and ban people outright for quote-unquote misinformation that turns out a lot of that was true, but wasn't the official narrative at the time, so it was deemed misinformation, but it was actually correct information. Who is going to be held to account for that? They haven't gone after the Biden administration. They haven't deleted their posts. They haven't shut down their ability to contact these social media platforms and have them shut down. They're still shutting people down till this day. Once again, the government is willing to come after the individual for quote-unquote misinformation, but refuses to go after the corporate press for lying. Right? This lady and these people getting sentenced to prison time for misinformation. But do the people at the corporate press ever get sentenced to prison time? That's the radical hypocrisy coming from these people. This is why I laugh in the face of this article. This is ridiculous. I'll laugh in the face of that police chief. You want to come and try to arrest me? Bring it, buddy. I dare you. I double dog dare you. As a matter of fact, you want to get childish? I double dog dare you to come after me for calling you a coward for not going after the corporate press for lying. It's BS, y'all. Chief Superintendent Allison Ross gave a statement explaining how the Post is alleged to have fueled the protests and riots in the UK over the last week, which she asserts started as a result of malicious and inaccurate communication online. But they don't give us that communication. They don't tell us what it was, so we don't know if they're telling the truth or not. This is the problem with the corporate press and issues like this when you go after free speech, when you go after people's speech, as a matter of fact, in this manner. You don't know. They might be telling the truth, but just because it's not the corporate press narrative, it's misinformation, folks, and we can't be having people spread misinformation. As if the government doesn't spread misinformation, for crying out loud. The government constantly spreads misinformation. So, hey, how about it, police chief? Are you going to go after yourself for spreading misinformation? Just curious. Like, can we extradite that person for misinformation? Would just like to know that. But I think I've rambled on for long enough on this one, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this garbage down in the comment section. And that's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.